We have an early day tomorrow. It's okay. You would never bother me, I promise. I have an idea that will ease your mind. Just focus on my fingers going up and down your back while I tell you a bedtime story. Now for which one to tell you? I have a perfect one in mind. It kind of reminds me of our love story, in a kind of way. Are you familiar with the tale of the Greek gods Persephone and Hades? If you aren't, you're in for a treat. But if you are, let me just refresh your memory. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful goddess named Persephone. She lived with her mother Demeter, who was the goddess of harvest. Persephone was the goddess of vegetation, and because both goddesses had jobs that worked so closely together, Persephone's mother always kept her sheltered at her side. One day, Persephone was spotted by the god of the underworld, Hades. He instantly fell in love with her, as I did with you, and needed to have her no matter what. He was a lonely, lonely man, all alone in the underworld, with a bunch of dead souls. He had too much responsibility down there, leaving himself no time to go up above and to see his family or friends. But he was so drawn towards Persephone's tenderness and love towards everyone around her that he couldn't resist. So he asked his brother Zeus, the king of gods, for permission to have her hand in marriage. And to his luck, Zeus agreed. After that, Hades caught Persephone walking alone in a field and split the ground underneath her feet. He rode up in a black chariot with black horses, with perfect timing to catch her. A farmer had witnessed the whole occasion and told the goddess Demeter what had happened. She was livid and vowed to not grow a single sprout of grain until her daughter was returned to her. Meanwhile, in the underworld, Hades was treating Persephone fondly. At first, she missed her life above, but Hades was patient and kind. He showered her with gifts and even allowed equal rule beside him, which was rare for gods. They had slowly become friends, and as a testament to that friendship, she requested that Hades make an entire realm of the underworld for good souls to go. Persephone realized that Hades was the only one that treated her like an adult and started falling in love with him, but she still missed her mother. Persephone knew one thing though, and that was that if she ate anything from the underworld, she would be bound to it forever. One day she ran into a gardener in the underworld who had offered her a pomegranate. She was so hungry that she couldn't resist, but she only ate 6 seeds total. The messenger god Hermes immediately found out and notified her that because of her actions, the world up above was freezing over and all the crops were dying. Hermes was quite the gossip and also notified Demeter, who was even more upset. Don't fall asleep now, darling. This is the best part. Demeter arranged an emergency meeting with Zeus, Hades, and Persephone. Hades coolly said that because she had eaten underworld food, she needed to stay at his side. But Zeus was afraid to upset Demeter any further and asked how many seeds Persephone ate, to which she responded, 6. So Zeus promised he would allow for Persephone to be with her husband for 6 months of the year, and with her mother for the other half, to tend to the crops and the people. And that's how the four seasons came to be, and how the goddess of spring fell in love with the king of the underworld. Did you like that? I remind you a lot of Hades, you say. I never trapped you against your will, but I would have to agree. I was very lonely and in a dark place before I met you, and you've completed me. I love you. Good night.